Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adriana, and we're home. But we leave for Endwar tomorrow, and we're not ready. Why wasn't there more time? I guess we'll get into it. This week from Worker, we have a sequel that nobody asked for. The rubber band-powered, shell-loading, single-shot Wasteland Raider II. Well, I guess now it's double shot. The original blaster didn't get a great reception from modders. While riding high on how awesome the Hurricane was and being initially excited about a new tiny pistol and then curious about how the rubber band firing method would work and how we could improve it further, it was generally a flop for modders. If you want more information about why the first one wasn't great, check out Beret's video review. When Beret says the blaster's bad, well, you know. Anyway, this exists now and probably will be available on NF Strike and clones soon, but because the main complexity of the blaster is in the shells instead of in the main body, I would also expect a hefty price increase from the original. Last week we touched on Drax's Tooth and Nail Mini Kickstarter, and now we have a competitor. Milan of Devil's Nerf Works teamed up with Wurstwerfer to make the Talon Claw Turbine Plunger. It's a Delrin replacement plunger for the mini Caliburn, and he says the price will be hard to beat. Judging from the photos, they seem pretty high quality, and just as an aesthetic thing, I love that it kind of looks like a chess rook. If you're looking for an upgrade for your Talon Claw, I think this would be a solid choice. Just keep in mind it's just the plunger and not the plunger-sear trigger combo. They'll be available at FoamCon next weekend, but no word on if they'll be around afterward. Speaking of FoamCon, Endwar is coming up, so here's some helpful tips. If you're flying, put the LiPo batteries in your carry-on and your blasters in your check bag. Batteries in your backpack, blasters in your suitcase. It's very important. And then when you get there, do not leave batteries or anything with 3D printed parts in your car. Georgia is hot. A parked car in Georgia is hotter. So don't melt or explode anything. And again, Georgia is hot. You'll want water. Make sure you drink water. If you want to see any updates about the event, make sure you join the Facebook page, but if you want to be counted as going, you need to sign up on the Eventbrite page. And if you want to see Drac talk about the event and what you can expect when you're there, there's a link to his video in the description. And we are really looking forward to going and seeing all of you there, so please stop by and say hi, because I love seeing all your faces and then getting to match them to the usernames. Unscrupulous Modifiler has been working on a modular absolver system that he's calling Absolution. It's a series of shells that twist fit onto a blaster and can be swapped for basically any ammo you want. Right now he has shells for elite darts, short darts, mega, demolisher rockets, and homemade weasels. It's a pretty cool system and a great example of recycling. The shells are just a specific can he found in a twist lock plumbing fitting that's similar to an end strike attachment. He's been very thorough in his search for the perfect can, and he's being just as meticulous in his development of a weasel rocket. I really appreciate the effort he's put into this project, and I am very much looking forward to the upcoming build guide. This week's mod of the week is from rmod74. At Endwar 1 he had a beautiful blaster called Prism. Unfortunately, that was damaged in travel, and from its ashes comes Prism V2. This is a Strife longshot integration with a super clean paint job and some really interesting LED work. I love how shiny the paint is. You can see that the reflection is just so smooth across the surface with not a defect in sight. And the LEDs are controlled by a freaking remote, and they can be whatever color he wants or a flashy pattern. The wiring and controls for that take up a lot of space, so it's a good thing he also made a custom battery stock that also houses the battery for the lighting and the control board. This is a gorgeous blaster, and I am really excited that I get to see it in person. Instead of a video of the week, we'll do a channel spotlight this time. The Blaster Tag Association channel is amazing. It's organized by Jangular, but it's a compilation of the filmed events of the BTA. If you want to see any footage from Ion Rush in Atlanta or from King of the Hill in the Bay Area, it's there. I'm really hoping that more BTA affiliated events take footage and contribute to it as well, but if you want to see competitive gameplay, this is the place to find it. Also, if you're competing in the Foam Pro Tour this year, it's not an awful place to scout your competition. Thank you so much for watching. Next week, we'll do our best to do a video, but there are no promises between Wedding, FoamCon, HVZ, Pro Tour. That's a lot. We'll be hanging out with friends and family. We don't get to see many of them very often. So maybe we'll do the news, maybe we won't. Maybe it'll be a roundtable discussion. Maybe it'll be me sitting on the floor. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be, or if it will be. So next week, this much probability. The week after, Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific, here. Subscribe. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Can I just go with that?